Somewhere in the deserts of the Middle East, a missile rises into the night sky. Within minutes, it disappears from radar. No warning, no interception, no defense. Military analysts across Washington, London, and Brussels begin asking the same terrifying question. What exactly just launched from Iran? For decades, the balance of military power has depended on one assumption. Advanced Western defense systems could intercept almost any missile threat. But that assumption may no longer be true. Iran has unveiled a new generation of missile technology that experts say could bypass some of the most sophisticated missile defense systems on Earth. Hypersonic speed, unpredictable flight paths, advanced maneuverability. If the claims are real, this weapon could change the entire strategic balance between the Middle East and the West. But the most disturbing part isn't just the missile itself. It's the message behind it. Tonight, we uncover the technology, the strategy, and the geopolitical chess game behind Iran's most controversial weapon yet. For years, the global military balance has been shaped by a delicate system of deterrence. Countries build weapons not only to fight wars, but to prevent them. Missile defense systems, radar networks, nuclear deterrence doctrines. These systems create an invisible shield of strategic stability. But every so often, a new technology emerges that threatens to break that balance. Iran now claims it has done exactly that. In 2023, Iranian officials revealed what they described as a hypersonic missile capable of evading modern missile defense systems. If confirmed, it would place Iran among a small group of nations capable of producing such weapons. Only a few countries, including Russia, China, and the United States, are believed to possess operational hypersonic missile technology. So how did Iran reach this level? And why now? Some analysts believe this missile represents a powerful deterrent message to regional rivals like Israel and global powers in the West. Others believe it signals the start of a new arms race in the Middle East. To understand why this weapon has caused so much alarm, we must go back decades, to the origins of Iran's missile program. Iran's missile program did not appear overnight. Its roots stretch back to one of the most devastating conflicts in the modern Middle East. During the brutal war between Iran and Iraq in the 1980s, cities were bombarded with missiles in what became known as the War of the Cities. Iran had very limited missile capabilities at the time. Its enemies did not. This imbalance left a lasting lesson inside Iran's military leadership. Never again depend on foreign powers for defense. Over the following decades, Iran invested heavily in domestic missile development, short-range missiles, medium-range missiles, and eventually long-range systems capable of reaching targets across the Middle East. International sanctions slowed the program, but they also forced Iran to innovate internally. By the 2010s, Iran had developed one of the largest missile arsenals in the region. But speed and range were only part of the equation. The next frontier was something far more difficult to stop: hypersonic weapons. Behind the headlines lies a quieter reality. Iran's missile program has evolved through decades of engineering experiments, underground facilities, and strategic partnerships. Some intelligence analysts believe elements of the program benefited from foreign technical knowledge, particularly from scientists connected to former Soviet research networks. Others point to Iran's extensive underground missile bases carved deep into mountains. These facilities are designed to protect launch systems from preemptive strikes. Satellite imagery has revealed long tunnel networks capable of storing missiles, launch vehicles, and fuel systems. But what makes the newest missile different is not simply where it is stored. It is how it moves. Traditional ballistic missiles follow predictable arcs. Hypersonic glide vehicles do not. They can maneuver unpredictably at extreme speeds. That unpredictability may be what truly terrifies military planners in the West. As news of the missile spread, reactions were immediate. Western defense officials began evaluating the potential threat to regional missile defense systems. Systems like Patriot batteries and advanced radar networks were designed primarily to track predictable ballistic paths. Hypersonic weapons challenge that model. They fly lower, faster, and with the ability to change direction mid-flight. This creates a nightmare scenario for interception systems. Meanwhile, tensions in the Middle East continue to simmer. Rivalries between Iran and Israel remain among the most volatile geopolitical flashpoints in the world. The introduction of a potentially unstoppable missile raises new questions about deterrence and escalation. If one side gains a technological advantage, the other will inevitably respond. History suggests this cycle often leads to an arms race. As news of the missile spread, reactions were immediate. Western defense officials began evaluating the potential threat to regional missile defense systems. Systems like Patriot batteries and advanced radar networks were designed primarily to track predictable ballistic paths. Hypersonic weapons challenge that model. They fly lower, faster, and with the ability to change direction mid-flight. This creates a nightmare scenario for interception systems. Meanwhile, tensions in the Middle East continue to simmer. Rivalries between Iran and Israel remain among the most volatile geopolitical flashpoints in the world. The introduction of a potentially unstoppable missile raises new questions about deterrence and escalation. If one side gains a technological advantage, the other will inevitably respond. History suggests this cycle often leads to an arms race. Consequences and global impact. The implications extend far beyond the Middle East. If hypersonic technology spreads to more nations, the global security landscape could change dramatically. Existing defense systems may require massive upgrades. New arms treaties may become necessary, and military planners around the world may need to rethink decades of strategic doctrine. Already, major powers are accelerating their own hypersonic research programs. A new era of missile technology may be beginning, one where speed, unpredictability, and advanced maneuverability redefine the rules of warfare. The story of Iran's new missile is about more than a single weapon. It is about the evolution of modern warfare. Throughout history, technological breakthroughs have repeatedly reshaped the balance of power. Gunpowder, aircraft, nuclear weapons, and now, hypersonic technology. Whether Iran's missile performs exactly as claimed remains a subject of intense debate among analysts. But one thing is certain. The world is entering a new era of strategic competition. An era where speed, innovation, and technological advantage could determine the future of global security. And as nations race to develop the next generation of weapons, the stakes grow higher than ever. Because in the delicate balance between deterrence and conflict, even a single technological leap can change everything. If you enjoyed this deep geopolitical investigation, make sure to like the video and subscribe to Empire Intelligence for more documentaries uncovering the hidden forces shaping global power. And tell us in the comments, do you think hypersonic weapons will change the future of warfare? Your perspective might be part of the next investigation.